Before you start looking for properties, a key step is getting pre-qualified. By being pre-qualified, you can make sure you use appropriate rates so that you're not going to misjudge what your cash flow will be. You can avoid any issues. You can be prepared so that when you're looking at a property, you're focusing on, is this the right investment for you? Rather than, where'd you put your pay stub? It'll make your life easier, it'll save you time and money, and it'll avoid having to collapse deals. But more importantly, it's going to put you in a position that if you find a good opportunity, you can move quickly on it. We used to be able to get away with just finding a property and figuring out your financing after the fact, but there's a group called OSFI, or the Superintendent of Finance, and for the last 10 years they have been cracking down on lending, and it is making the lending environment tougher and tougher and stickier. You may find that your file is a hard decline with 3 or 4 lenders, but a slam dunk with the 5th. So it's not always about do you qualify, but rather who do you qualify with. Now, one thing I really want to stress about pre-qualifications or pre-approvals is that they're the same thing, and in a way it's a marketing term. Realistically, all it means is that you've provided all your documentation, someone's reviewed it, they've looked at how lenders will analyze those numbers, and they're confident that if you buy a property that fits a certain criteria, you can expect a certain rate and certain mortgage size. It doesn't mean that you can write subject-free or unconditional. It does not mean you are guaranteed a mortgage, but rather that you have a very high chance of getting a mortgage, and that you're not going to need to provide a ton of paperwork while you're trying to do an inspection, coordinate an appraisal, run numbers, figure out contractor quotes about renovations. So ultimately, you can think of a pre-approval or pre-qualification as doing your homework so that when you write an offer, financing is going to be quicker and easier. But it's important to remember it's never guaranteed. If you need any help or want to get pre-qualified, send me a message and we'll guide you through the process and figure out what else we can do to help you and make this easier and more successful for you. Hope to hear from you.